Good morning, Jenny Green of DearMrsGreen.com. Let me do a little panoramic shot around me before I start my little video here. I did not let 36 degrees of cold stop me from my morning jog this morning. My nose is a little runny though. Beautiful views down the valley, snow on our North Ogden peaks already, and the bright sun coming through Ogden Canyon over there. Absolutely gorgeous. Today I'm going to tell you everything that I do with this wonderful blend called Balance Oil. Balance is an oil that I usually have in my pocket with me almost anywhere I go. I have multiple bottles of this around the house and I absolutely love it. The ingredients are spruce, hoe wood, frankincense, blue tansy, blue chamomile, and it's already in a base to dilute it. It has coconut oil right in the bottle because some of those oils can cause skin sensitivity. So Balance is already diluted, comes out ready to use. Because of that, I sometimes use a little bit more than normal, where with most essential oils, you want to use 4 to 6 drops for an adult, 1 to 2 drops diluted for children. I'll sometimes double up on that just because this one is already pre-diluted. So you can use just a little bit more to get it on more areas of your body. Now, I like to call this the bipolar oil. And I know that my partner in crime, Tanya, does not love when I call it the bipolar oil in classes, but let me explain why. You'll notice that some of the oils in this blend are very calming. Chamomile, frankincense, those oils are known to be very sedating and very calming. But the first oil is blue spruce. My favorite aromatherapist, if you haven't read any of his books, the German chemist Kurt Schnabelt, is phenomenal, and he's my go-to for most of my essential oil resources and education. He calls blue spruce the caffeine of the aromatherapy world, and he even recommends first thing in the morning to take a little bit of spruce, dilute it with some oil, and then rub it on your skin in the shower, let the hot water kind of run over it to drive it in. And he says when you do that, you'll feel like you've just had your morning cup of cappuccino. And it's really true. Spruce is a very energizing oil. It oxygenates and energizes your whole entire system. So those oils in there are actually a balancing act. They are a combination of energizing and uplifting oils with other calming and sedating oils. So unlike some of our calming blends, Serenity, Whisper, Clary Calm, some of the blends that are made just to sedate and promote sleep and restfulness, this is made to do both. So if you are feeling like you just need something to kind of help you focus and have clarity, if you're feeling anxious but you don't want to go to sleep, this is the oil. I deal with a lot of anxiety and PTSD, some post-surgical mood disorders from some of the medical experiences that I've gone through, and I do not currently take any medications for it. I'm able to control it mostly with my diet, meditation, a little bit of Tai Chi, acupuncture. Okay, there's a lot of stuff that goes into managing all this, but this oil is my secret weapon, and literally in my little North Face coat here, I have a tiny pocket that I always have my 5 milliliter bottle of Balance in, because I know that if I'm feeling anxious and fatigued at the same time, this is my go-to. I rub it on my feet first thing in the morning, and I use it with my kids too when we're doing homework. So some of the things that I do with Balance Oil are, for mood and stability, I put a little mustache underneath my nose. I like to get it along the base of my skull, the base of my neck, anywhere where I can get it into my brain. And first thing in the morning, I like to put it on my big toes and on the bottoms of my feet. If you Google online, there are a bunch of YouTube videos with like babies who are learning how to walk. And if you Google, I think, Balance and doTERRA, you'll see babies learning how to walk and their balance is a little bit off. And then they literally put Balance Oil on the bottoms of their feet and they walk. So it does something to the central nervous system. It just kind of stabilizes. I don't know all the science behind there, nor do I pretend to, but it does make me feel mentally, neurologically balanced. So a little bit on the bottom of the feet in the morning, especially getting those big toes. Another thing that I like to do with Balance is anytime I'm going to be flexing my spine, for instance, yoga or going to the chiropractor, I have one of my kids or my husband apply Balance all the way along my spine from the base of my skull all the way down to my tailbone. And if I'm doing a yoga class or something where I'm also stretching my joints, I also like to put a little bit on my hip flexors, my shoulders, sometimes my elbows and my wrists. You will feel this. Go home and try it today. You will see how that Balance literally opens up your joints. It's a wonderful oil for soft tissues, cartilage, and bones. It helps to open and loosen things up. So before you go for a chiropractic adjustment, rub that Balance all over your spine, and it's amazing. Also for stiff neck, if I'm traveling in the car and I start to get like those little tense shoulders, Balance is my go-to oil. Not Deep Blue, not AromaTouch, not Basil, Balance. Balance loosens up your spine, and we all need a little bit of loosening up. One more thing that I love to do with Balance is it helps me to sleep. I've experimented a lot with natural sleep aids, and while I love Serenity and vetiver oil, I can tell a difference in my sleep. Sometimes if I use straight Serenity, it balances different neurotransmitters maybe than what I need, and I tend to have like night terrors. I'll wake up sweaty, and I tend to be kind of agitated during my sleep and have just kind of a lack of restfulness. When I add Balance oil to the Serenity and vetiver, which I do every night, I don't take any prescription sleep aids, even though I have some neurological damage that causes me to have sleep issues. All I use is some of my natural remedies, and when I add the Balance to the Serenity and vetiver, I find that I have more happy dreams, and I'm maybe stabilizing my blood sugar, which is another thing that Balance oil tends to do, and waking up a lot more happy and restful and not feeling quite so groggy. Sometimes just straight Serenity makes me feel like a little hungover in the morning, so Balance is great for that. For your kids, if your kids are having some agitation issues, going to school or going in for tests, I had some daughters that were performing musically, and Balance oil tended to be just the right oil before they got up on stage to do anything. It kind of calmed, gave them a little bit of energy, and you can feel your brain kind of snap into gear. One neat little trick that I like to do, and here, let me toss my desert sage down. I collect sage while I'm out hiking. I have these little raw stones that I purchase, and sometimes I buy some. Lava stones are great. This is a raw rose quartz, and I like to take my Balance oil in the morning and just soak my rose quartz in Balance oil. And don't giggle, Tanya, I know you're gonna laugh, but I take my little stone. I don't like to wear necklaces. I'm not a big jewelry girl. When I wear the lava stone bracelets, it kind of drives me nuts. But I take my stone soaked in Balance and I drop it inside my bra, and it has that aroma all day long. It kind of warms up and disperses the aroma, so it's right under my nose, and it also is there against my skin. The stone is porous, so I have this little like patch injection of Balance oil that keeps my bipolar self feeling fantastic all the time. And just so y'all know, the bipolar thing is tongue-in-cheek. I realize that that is a serious medical condition which a lot of us struggle with. I'm not recommending, dear FDA, not recommending Balance oil for actual bipolar issues. Trying to be funny. That's upside down. So thank y'all for watching, and please leave some comments below on how you've used Balance oil, or if you have any questions about it. Peace, love, and health, y'all. Have a great day. Mwah.